This is one of the most famous attractions in Huntersville that you can have, which is Birkdale Village right behind us.
This is not your normal retail space. It is a little bougie, a little high-end, but there is just a little bit of everything. There's a kids movie theater, you have shopping everywhere, you can have a beer outside, and this place is super walkable, but outside of this place, Huntersville itself, not walkable at all.
Look at that, you got the movie theater right here, the kids watching Bluey right behind us, and secondly, you can also live over here too as well. So you got plenty of apartments in the back, you got plenty of apartments over here.
When it comes to work, play, sleep, or whatever form of combination, this place literally can offer that. You will never have to leave. You can work here in one of those stores or businesses. Afterwards, you can grab a brewski, a wine. They will most definitely have it here. And once you get a little bit tipsy, you don't have to drive. You just mosey yourself up to your apartment, lay your head down, just do it all over again. It is literally a perfect place.
The location of Huntersville is gonna be straight north of Uptown, right? Which is a beautiful thing. Honestly, Huntersville location is very hard to beat because you get close to that lake access life of Lake Norman, but you can shoot straight up I-77, which may not be the best depending on what time you're coming down. You're 25 minutes from Uptown. So if you still want to go out at night, get dressed up, you're hanging out with the boys, me and Kev, or double dating, you can do those things in 25 minutes, right? Airport, 30 minutes away. Traffic, maybe 40, but it's still a great location. And then look out here, it's peaceful, it's beautiful. You have Birkdale Village literally right behind you, 7 minutes away, no matter where you are inside that kind of Huntersville area.
If you're talking about the feel of Huntersville, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be very suburbanish. You are definitely going to be dependent on a car. It's not very walkable unless you're going to Birkdale Village, right? And you live in that area. Very walkable to a lot of different things, but outside of that, you gotta have some wheels.
For sure. Now,
one of the nice things about Huntersville, it is super close to Lake Norman, but if you want a whole bunch of waterfront access, Huntersville is not the best. Morrisville, Davidson, Cornelius, gonna be better spots for that. Okay, but you still do have access to the water, and if you're looking for real estate around the water, prices tend to go up.
Speaking of real estate, let's jump into our first neighborhood that we're going to talk about, which is the Greens at Birkdale. This is literally the closest you can get to Birkdale Village when you're talking about walkability.
And you're right here.
To be in this community is going to be very hard. Literally, no exaggeration. Over the last year, 2 homes sold. One of them was for $480,000. The other was for $600. What was that? 620? Yeah, $625. So very tough to get in. But if you can get inside this community right here, I promise you, it is absolutely not only worth it, but yeah, this is the house you never sell. Probably the reason why only 2 houses sold.
And you can get in here between 400 and 700K, right? Which is actually somewhat affordable for all the amenities that you get.
Oh my gosh.
Now, you do have an HOA, but again, being so close to so many things, it is definitely worth it. And it's only $840 a year. So walkable to stores, living really close.
Look at the aesthetics right here. What? Look like you about to walk into fairyland or something like that. This is beautiful.
All right, guys, so right now we are going to show you an average style neighborhood. So what I mean by average, it's not necessarily average at all. We're talking about prices between $450 and $650. Average price point is right at $532K. Okay, it does come with an HOA, this beauty, okay, which is $76,000.
Yeah, that's cool.
$876. Okay,
that'd be quite expensive.
The HOA is higher than the house.
Yeah, for a fact.
By 2 houses a year. But that maintains literally everything in this property, okay? You can mow it, any landscaping, any pools, anything like that, it's gonna get maintained. And we are talking at none other than Monteith Park, okay? Which is a super nice little subdivision. I mean, look around, and we are literally only a little above 10 minutes from Birkdale Village, so shopping really, really close by.
Look what we just found, another green space. You got your own park inside of Monteith Park. That's probably why it's called that, Kevin.
It's probably,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
A whole bunch of parks.
One thing you will notice about Monteith Park is that you see how when we were driving along the streets, all the houses kind of look closer together, but the garages are either in an alleyway like you can see behind me here, or they're gonna be directly behind the house.
All right, guys, now we also want to bring you a more of an entry-level kind of neighborhood. So if you're like a first-time home buyer, and I know interest rates have been a little bit high from what they used to be like years ago, right? So entry-level, you know, sounds sometimes fairly nice when it comes to your mortgage payment, right? So today we are in Stonegate Farms. Still only about 15 minutes from Birkdale Village, where all the shopping happens, and a great place that we showed you earlier. And homes in this neighborhood, we're looking at $300,000 to $400,000. Okay, so in Charlotte or Huntersville, yep, that is pretty much entry-level homes. So anything below that, I mean, you probably don't even want it, just to be honest. Okay, so
or it's gonna be a true fixer-upper. I'm talking about full gut job if it's anything below that. For
exactly.
Sure.
And there's ways to do that. And maybe we'll make a video at some point how you can actually purchase a home like that. So if you do like that, send a comment and let us know. It is also a very maintained neighborhood because there is an HOA. It's only $2,500 a year, right? But it does mean a little bit of quality. That means people still have to maintain their homes, right? So yes, it's entry level, but you're getting a quality product, especially something that that is maintained, right? And you know over the years that your home value is going to be secure.
We've been out here for at least an hour out of the house steaming. You got a blue shirt on too.
I mean,
I meant to say that.
Hot.
All right, so let's go finish this up. We're gonna talk about some schools. We're gonna talk about some other little unique things that make Huntersville what it is. And we're gonna jump right back into the computer and get into some AC because it's steaming.
All right, let's do this. All right, see ya. All right, guys, let's talk about good old schools in Huntersville, and we're going to highlight some high schools, okay? Now, the first one I'm gonna talk about literally knocks it out the park when it comes to education. I'm talking about none other than Lake Norman Charter. That one, now, listen to these stats, okay? Just listen to them. This one is ranked 97 out of 100 on US News. It is top 3% in the nation. Top 15 in North Carolina. They have a 99% graduation rate, and 97% of those graduates move on to college.
That's impressive, man.
I mean,
that's
just
a heck of a high school right there.
Right? That is absolutely nuts.
Tell you what, my high school ain't graduate no 99%, boy.
Mine doesn't either. Mine does not either.
Man, I know 97% of us ain't go to college. I can tell you that.
Then the other high school worth mentioning is North Mecklenburg High. Okay, not quite the same stats as Lake Norman Charter School, but nonetheless, it's about an average when it comes to education levels. Now, from greater schools, they rank it 48 out of 100. Okay, on US News, they rank it as 68 out of 100. So it's like middle of the road kind of education. So if you have the chance to take them to Lake Norman Charter, absolutely, I'll probably do that. But if not, again, they still get an average education. But most education, let's be honest, happens in the home anyway. What do you say, Demonte? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree, man. Especially the younger the babies are, man. That's for sure. That is for sure. That's a good little nugget right there, Kev. I like that. I like that. Let's switch over to the shopping. We took you guys through Birkdale Village. We can't talk about how awesome that place is, right? We took y'all everywhere through there. But when it comes to Huntersville itself, just for, you know, your normal day-to-day, not so much high-end like Chico's, you got a North Cross Mall. You got a bunch of big box kind of chain conglomerates in Huntersville, if you will. A lot of big box commercialized stores when it comes to Huntersville. That's just the way, like I said, that true suburban feel is what you're gonna get inside of Huntersville. Oh, that rhyme. Look at that, that's a bar right there. But Huntersville, very big boxy, Ikeas, Tarjets, all that good stuff that you can think of. And most people do want these days. Huntersville is gonna offer you some close by. But Statesville, Sanford Road, those are going to be two main roads where a lot of your shopping can get done. And then you also have shopping centers. Like I said, we mentioned North Cross, you got Huntersville Square, Huntersville Shopping Center. So you got a bunch of different places around Huntersville to really shop and get everything you need done when it comes to that ram or amenities that you're really looking for. Again, you're gonna be driving. It's not gonna be anything walkable, but anything you can name when it comes to Huntersville and shopping and clothes and all that, they're gonna have very close by to you. All right, so as always, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you guys are moving down to the Charlotte area, or you guys are already in the Charlotte area looking to move around, maybe either to a Huntersville, maybe you wanna go down south to Waxhaw or something crazy like that, make sure you guys hit us up with a call, email, text. It does not matter. We always pick up the phone. And if we don't, on a rare occasion, we'll make sure we get back to you guys ASAP. Now, Kevin, any of your famous last words, man?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Again, super grateful spending the time with us. Again, we love making these videos. And like Devontae said, if we can be of any assistance, we would love to help. Until next time, see ya.